Today we are starting a new math unit on measurement. And in this first unit, in this first section of this unit, we're going to be talking about length, how long something is or how short something is, and we will be comparing objects to find out which one is longer and which one is shorter, or maybe they're even the same size. So you will need to be on page 490 to follow along with this. So page 490. And the directions say to compare the objects and to trace the X on the object that is shorter. So we're kind of looking at, these are boats, little canoes. And you're looking at them from like the top down. You're like a bird flying in the sky looking down at the canoe. And these little red pieces are like the seats in the boat. So it's kind of a weird picture, I know, but that's what that picture is. And it says to trace the X on the object that is shorter. So this, of course, is the boat that is shorter. And then you are supposed to trace the circle around the object that is longer. Okay, so this one is longer. So one is longer and one is shorter, right? This one's shorter, this one's longer. So we're going to kind of repeat that same thing here in example number 2. Those are nets, and you have to put an X on the one that is shorter. So the top one is the one that is shorter, and then draw a circle around and a ring around the one that is longer. And the net on the bottom is the one that is longer. Now, for example number 3, you're looking at, those are oars or paddles that you would use on that boat. And it says, your directions are to draw an X on the one that is shorter, draw a circle around the one that is longer, or if the objects are the same length, then you underline them. So these two oars or paddles are the same length. So we're just going to draw a line underneath them. They are the same length, the same size. All right, you will need to turn the page to page 491. Page 491, and we'll continue with example 4. It says we're going to compare the objects. Draw an X on the objects that's shorter, draw a circle around the one that's longer, but if they're the same length, we put a line under them. So more of the same of what we were doing. So let's compare in number 4, the logs that you see. I got to go get a pen. Draw an X on the one that is shorter, and draw a circle around the one that is longer. Draw a circle around the one that is longer. All right, we are going to take a look at the turtles. See the turtles on example number 5. Which one is shorter? Well, this guy has his neck not stuck out, so he is a little bit shorter. And which one is longer? This guy with his neck stuck out, making him just a little bit longer. Now, take a look at number 6. You can see these two frogs. Is there one that's shorter or one that's longer? I don't think so. They look to me to be the same length. So we're going to underline the ones that are the same length. All right? Now, take a look at the dragonfly. This is a little bit tricky because the wings on the dragonfly are the same, and you have to really pay attention to the body of our dragonfly. Which one is shorter? This one is shorter. His body is a little bit shorter. Which one is longer? This guy's body is just a little bit longer. It's hard to see. You have to look really carefully to see the difference is really in the length of their body. Now, this is pretty easy. I think you guys know longer and shorter. You are going to be going to page 493, page 493, and you're just going to continue to do the same thing. You'll put an X on the one that's shorter. You'll draw a circle around the one that's longer, and if they happen to be the same length, like these two tackle boxes, then you'll put a line underneath them. So you'll do 493 and 494, where you're doing just more of the same, just for practice. And when you're all done, you can upload your work to Schoology.